When pictures say 1,000 words, this is the Hawk T1 at RAF Valley. So we're just about to pop in, get the engine started. We'll be heading up to Liverpool initially to refuel, and then we'll do some low-level flying in this this beautiful jet. It's a fantastic aircraft. Had a bit of a play around with it before the stream, and I'll talk you through the aircraft and its intricacies as we depart. So bear with me, and we'll just be a few minutes, and we'll be on our way. So what we have here is an interactive checklist that Just Flight have brought in with the aircraft. Now this just makes it a little bit easier in terms of the simulation and the way things will be running. So what we need to do firstly though is go ahead and lose the steps, lose the chocks, and we really could do with probably closing the canopy, and there's two crew today as well that will be flying. So there we are there. That's us inside the aircraft, and that's us locked there. Spot on. So back inside now, and we'll get this underway. So our lock position is in the up position. We'll go ahead, we'll stick the batteries on, stick in the engine start to the on position, normal, and we'll pop down here, sorry, and we'll get this engine on the go. So now this GTS will start, okay, and we're waiting for the going to the start position now, and we're waiting for this the rotation to come to green. When it comes to green, we have a good engine start. What we'll do just now as well, what we're missing here is the GPS system. So there we go. We'll pretend it was there the entire time. So we have ourselves a little kind of mobile GPS. Okay, rotation indicator is good. So what we can do is pull that there to inject the fuel. RAF Valley here by Orbix, so it's just an Orbix airport for Orbix Wales. So a fair good upgrade actually for Orbix. I think there is RAF Valley scenery you can get though itself. I love how you can close that in the shadows. Anyway, there we go. We've had a good start. We'll reset the hydraulic system now. Otherwise, we will be unable to do any turns or anything once we get in the air, which wouldn't be good. So we're just allowing that hydraulic there to move. When that stabilizes, we'll go ahead and we'll reset the DC like so, and that will start sorting everything out here. Tuning that to direct guidance. We can lose that now. Our engines are officially started. What we'll do is we'll tune. This is our COM1 by all intents purposes.
Echo Golf Oscar Victor.
As you probably heard from the ATIS there, tuning itself in. Okay, quite happy with that. Down here, friend or foe system, we'll just put it on normal just now. And we can see we've got Lossiemouth and bits and pieces coming up there, guard as well, so that's to be expected. That of course there being our essentially operating as a COM2, usually the UHF panel, which is fine. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Okay, it's good. Go ahead and stick this on the red. Stick the nav lights on. Sure that the QNH is sorted 1022. Get the taxi light on. We'll get the GPS on as well just now. So we'll be heading up to Wallasey first. so that's up here, so that's fine. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. The departure runway then, if we go to top down view just to make it easier, it will be 08 out over the sea, then a right hand turn. So back into the flight deck then, we'll get the wheel brakes off, get a bit of power on, and we'll be on our way then. Wave off to the ground crew, and we'll show you how this high performance aircraft operates then in the UK. Of course, the Hawk T1 now been superseded by the Hawk T2, which has various electronic systems in it that can be programmed from the ground, so it more of a kind of mock-up of a modern day fighter such as the Typhoon. But the Hawk T1 still the bare bones of the Hawk program by BAE Systems, and certainly it's the same aircraft as well the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows, use. So certainly got a lot of history, and it's an amazingly beautiful aircraft. It's very responsive, and you see that today as well. It can be thrown around the sky quite a lot without causing any issues, so not too bad. It's coming up here now. Go ahead and we'll just put our lights to white. Not really dealing with our navigation at all, we're really going with the GPS.
Approaching 08.
Of course, the real Hawk doesn't have RAS, that's just something that's in the simulator.
On runway 08, 4,100 feet remaining.
Okay, lined up. Applying the brakes. Let's get the power in. Quick wiggle with the stick. Yeah, that's fine. That feels good. Okay, let's go for it then, and let's get ourselves in the air. Infamous bounce.
Caution, short runway.
I don't think we have any issue with that. Coming through 80 knots, 100 knots there. Okay, coming up 140, 150, let's get ourselves in the air. The hangar is a little bit closer comfort. Let's get the gear up, sorry now. That's a big switch for the gear as well, no levers or anything. So climbing at 160 knots out of here, heading mainly northbound. What we'll do is we'll make a left-hand turn, then we'll follow the contour of this kind of island area that kind of protrudes itself from Wales. Follow the road firstly. Coming up just past 250 knots now. Residents here will be very much used to the Hawks as they operate by. And we're just levelling, keeping about 2,000 feet or below really, to be honest. Some wind turbines up over there, so we'll just need to be cautious of that. So some sort of holiday park down there. So it's developed by Just Flight for the simulator, this BAE System SOC. I had a few teething issues when Just Flight first brought it out, to be honest. But it does look like they've managed to fix them now, and the aircraft itself is very nice to fly, to be honest. It's maintaining a little downward pressure on the control column, but just trimming the aircraft now as we fly by the countryside. down to 1,000 feet here, and we'll make the right hand turn now. Bit of right stick. But yeah, Just Flight created the Hawk for FSX and P3D, and they've done a pretty good job, to be honest, by all intents and purposes. There's been plenty of Hawks that have been out for the simulator, mainly all freeware, to be honest. But although I reckon there used to be a pay one for FS 2004, if memory serves me right. There we are there. Distinctive sound of a Bay Hawk. So 1500 now. There's that wind turbines down there, that's fine. A little enclave there. Got FTX Wales actually recently, a couple of weeks ago, but this is actually, today's the first time I actually had a chance to fly in it. Coming up on 300 knots. I mean, we're using, you know, not even half the power of the aircraft here, and we're sitting at just short of 300 knots. It's not a supersonic Hawk, but it fairly can get a move on if needed. Of course, today we're not flying with any weapons loadouts or anything. Transing up to Liverpool first. It's certainly a flight that happens quite often in the real world. You can fly right up the kind of Mersey area. Okay, so what we'll do actually just now, because there's no traffic anyway, is we'll pre-tune Liverpool radar, which is 11985. Just so we can get an idea of what we can expect. What we'll do just now as well is we'll give it a full power and just demonstrate what the Hawk can actually do. Look at that speed tape to the left of the primary flight display. It's obviously when you apply power, it's got a kind of nose up tendency, which they've simulated spot on. Okay, that's perfect. Let's have a quick look here and see where we are. So realistically we want to be flying up towards here. So what we'll do is we'll make a left turn, bring us up here once we get over this area. So we've dipped above 3,000 now, so we've altitude busted, so landing control would be pretty unhappy with this. But we're rocketing past about 450 knots now, so getting a little bit turbulent. About 500 knots, so yeah, we've fairly built up the speeds. So we're flying on idle now. There's a lighthouse down there.
Bravo 145%, roll to 2,500 feet. That was 2,500 feet, runway 15.
Well, there's air traffic for you. It's a train track there on the roads, network, sorry, that heads into the mountain. Can't really see it too well, unfortunately. What we'll do is we'll lead some of the speed off, bring us down to 300. So put out the air brake and we'll bring it back in again. Maintaining 300 knots is relatively well. There's another one there.
Line at 145, turn right heading 360 degrees. Right heading 360, line at 145.
Saying through 900s. I maintain about 1,000 to be honest. Bit of rain here. Power in a bit now, slowing down a little bit here.
Runner 145, turn right heading 150 degrees, cleared out of the runway 09. 150 degrees, 145.
There's Wallasey showing up here now. So our intention is to pass over a beam Wallasey and then essentially coming into the Mersey around about here and up low level. Some wind turbines to the left there as well just now. More holiday parks down there. About 300 knots again.
Runway 145, there's traffic information. There's an aircraft at your 2 o'clock indicating 1,200 feet. Roger, we'll report the aircraft in sight right on 5. And Liverpool radar, we don't have the aircraft in sight right on 5. Right at 145, he's indicating 100 feet well below you, so you should be okay. Report, localized established.
So I think he's probably talking about us.
Report, localized established, and understand, cleared ILS 09 over 115.
Look where that is down there, that's interesting. There we go, should we dip down to 600 there? There's that Ryanair up there.
Liverpool radar, runway 145 is established on the localizer 09. Radar 145, runway 09, clears land, surface wind 60 degrees at 10 knots. Clear to land, radar 145.
Okay, so coming up on the Mersey now, it's going to give the air traffic a quick shout of our intentions in just a few moments once we get ourselves in a better position. So drop them down to 500 feet now. Liverpool radar, Valley 14 is Type 1 Hawk, low level at the Mersey, requesting a basic service.
Liverpool radar, I'll be clearing in about a couple of minutes' time.
Oh, I think no problem then, we'll just continue monitoring Valley 14.
Liverpool, Roger, thank you.
There we go, typical standard military Kinaton.
Liverpool radar, runway 145 is established on the ILS 09. Radar 145, runway 09, appears to land surface wind 60 degrees at 10 knots. Clear to land 09, runway 145.
Low level next to Liverpool coastal front here as we come up the river. Containing about 100 feet off the water now. Constant little adjustments here as we pass about 300 knots. There's that Ryan aircraft, so what we'll be doing now is punch across. You don't want to pass on the approach path. So 100 feet again. what we'll do now is we'll break out at low level, climbing 3000. Okay, level up 3000, so do the easiest way to level off is roll it, if we do it properly. Okay, so just shot the 3000 now. Radar's closing. There's the ground controller on, but he won't be able to deal with us, so what we'll do is we'll prep ourselves for our arrival now for our run and brake. And there'll be a run and brake to land. Liverpool Radar Valley 14, we'd like to...
Radar 145, contact. Standby. Radar 145, contact at Liverpool ground on 121.950, bye. 121.950, thankful for your ATC. Have a good night, Radar 15. Valley 14, Liverpool Radar, now closing.
No problem, thanks anyway, we'll catch you next time, Valley 14.
Yeah, Valley 14, Liverpool grounds, that's still online if you want to do any, if you want to land.
Yeah, we're just going in for a run and brake just now to land, so yeah, we'll give the ground a shout once we're on the ground, Valley 14.
Yeah, Valley 14, you're clear for the brake and the current wind is 6 towards the knots.
Clear for the brake and copy the winds, Valley 14, thanks. Okay, there's no friendly flaps. This is RAS here causing some issues, but hey ho. There we go now. Less than 1000, coming in for the brake, reducing the speeds.
Approaching 0.
Dropping down to 500 feet. Just being cautious with the speeds here.
Unstable.
Okay.
Unstable.
I think we'll just disconnect RAS after this. Slam the throttles.
Valley 14, are you returning back to Valley?
They fun, we're just going to run brake just now and then we'll refuel and head back.
Roger, we can contact ground on 121.950.
121.950 on Valley 14, thanks.
Valley 14, contact ground now 121.950 with intentions.
121.950 enable, Valley 14, thanks. Okay, a bit wide on the approach there, but you get the idea.
feet remaining. 2,000 feet remaining.
That's good there.
On runway 091.
Okay, so the ground's 121950, so we'll give him
remaining.
a call. Two 19050, yeah. That's healthy. Liverpool Grand, good evening. Valley 14 is type 1 Hawk vacates, the active runway requesting taxi to stand for fueling.
Roger, taxi to stand 52 via Alpha and Tango.
52 Alpha Tango, Valley 14. So we did a bit of a clean landing there. We didn't land with any flaps or anything, so it's always wonders of fun. Okay, so the reason for the bit of skidding on the runway there is because we've got it set up just to use the rudder for kind of directional steering, whereas actually the Hawk uses kind of braking for steering as such. That's your official name's just left me just now, casters even. It's kind of caster steering, so that might be the reason why, and it's maybe better we change that back. We'll probably do that for tomorrow or sometime in the future. Certainly tonight though, we're just going to park up, take some fuel, have a quick look around the outside of the aircraft, and then we'll get ourselves back to Valley. Very quick flight up here to Liverpool. Get a bit of fresh air. is an actual stand, so this should be interesting. So there's an EasyJet on one side and a BAE Systems Hawk on the other. Liverpool, Valley 1 forward, stand 5-2, just be advised our intention is take on some fuel and then we'll be looking for the taxi back out again.
Roger, report ready.
Okay, 1-4. Okay, so we'll shut everything down here. All sorted. We'll take the step that time. Turn this off. And what we'll do is we'll go and have a look outside the aircraft now. Truth, to be honest, we've got plenty of fuel, but it gives us like an excuse to have a look around the outside of the aircraft, and certainly the things that Just Flight have managed to include in it for us. So using the avatar feature, we now have a pilot with a white helmet, so slightly different coloured helmet than maybe the one our pilot's wearing in the aircraft, but nevertheless this will do. So have a quick look out. So what we'll do is we'll go to the front first and we'll have a look. So what I'll do is I'm just going to lose the flight crew. We'll pretend that our instructor has left the aircraft just now and went to do something. So we're at the front. There's the steps there to get out of the aircraft. The built-in steps that sometimes look very, very flimsy and sometimes pop out as well on the real aircraft. So heading around now, one thing that is they've done really well, this Just Fly aircraft, is that they've modelled the inside of the wheel well base with incredible detail. You can just see it there if we bring our chap any closer forward. So you can see it there. They've modelled that fantastically. The writing there as well on the engine inlet, the refueling, maximum information, and so on. So it's an incredibly well done aircraft. Coming back round to the nose of the aircraft, my control, by the way, of the avatar leaves a lot to be inspired. So around the nose of the aircraft there, we have fantastic modelling of the landing taxi light there. You can just almost see the writing as well on the suspension on the front nose gear. So what we'll do is we'll continue round, and there's a canopy open. Again, similar on the other side there, you can see the undercarriage has been modelled incredibly well. We'll come around here now. You can see that actually that's our propeller stuck out the top there. So there's our emergency ram air turbine to power the aircraft if so required. Not really required today, and it's popped itself out because the way we shut the aircraft down, it was a bit dirty. We never really shut it down properly, but it's done quickly. Back in the engine there, fantastic 3D modelling. I'm actually quite impressed with Just Flying the way they've modelled this aircraft. They've done it justice, to be honest. You've got your tail fin there, your elevators, which are exceptionally modelled, and all the rivets and everything as well. The actual reflections and everything on the actual aircraft are painstakingly done. That must have taken a while. What we'll do then is we'll get the aircraft, and there's our angle of attack there on the top of the wing as well. So you can see it just if we look, you can just see them there popping up the white and all lined up correctly. So yeah, it's perfect. And one other thing this does model as well is failures. So you can break the aircraft, and it can also fail some things on you. Pretty much like the PMDG range, where you've got service-based failures, you've got that to a certain degree with this as well. So it's absolutely splendid. So what we'll do now is we'll get on our way. We've taken minuscule amounts of fuel from Liverpool. Not that we really require any, so that's good. And what we'll do now is we'll get this aircraft on the go again. So down here, batteries on again, engine start to the start position to normal, and ignite. And we'll see that nothing happens here because of the dirty way we shut it down before. So normal. So it's not actually wanting to start up now. I think this is I think we may have drained the batteries down. So bear with us. Looks like we might need to reset this up, but it should certainly be starting again. Do we have a quick look here, see what's happening with this? Okay, it's doing something now. That's a positive. Well, there we go now. Okay, well, it chose to certainly do something. So whatever it's done, it's fixed itself. So that's good. All right, so we'll just double check everything's in the right position here. Give ourselves some oxygen. Standby instrumentation doesn't seem to be doing its thing. Do a quick check of this instrumentation here. It's going to be a bit loud, just warning you in advance. But it should anyway. Turn the oxygen off just now, there's no point in wasting it. Okay, so the aircraft's having a little moment to itself. Do we have flight controls at least? Let's see. Come on, just flight, this is not the way you want to recycle the batteries. We don't seem to be having much power going on here now. I wonder if the rat's still sticking itself out. Oh, we have a fire. That's certainly not good. That would explain why we're not getting much any power coming. Bear with us. We'll get this reset, and we'll get out of here at some point. We'll just be a few minutes. Okay, so welcome back. We just reset that there, so it looks like maybe the Just Flight Bayhawk had a bit of an issue there. It doesn't like being shut down, a bit dirty. And it looks like we may have started a fire at the same time, but the fire's out. The aircraft's in good condition somehow, and we're good to go. So let's get the engine started again, and we'll be on our way up to Valley. So popping down into the flight deck again now. And there we go. That's what happens when you reset a dash Bayhawk on top of itself. Tell you what, we'll leave it here and we'll take this onwards tomorrow. But yeah, we had a good little flight there from Valley up to Liverpool. And thank you very much for watching. Cheers.